Honor your father and mother. Sound familiar? Probably because it's one of the Ten Commandments. And depending on your faith tradition, it's either number 4 or 5 to be semi exact. This is something I definitely try to do at every opportunity. I mean, they deserve the ultimate credit for my even being here. But they didn't stop there. They have poured their lives into my heart, sharing important truths and values that continue to shape me even today. And they're the most generous people I know as well. When I think about my mom, I know she's not perfect, but she's awesome. Oddly enough, she and I seem to be created out of the same mold in a lot of ways, so that some of her imperfections are actually the same as mine, but also many of her strengths are mine as well, thankfully. I'm convinced that God definitely knew what he was doing when moms were invented. Here's why. She knows compassion. It seems like God must have built into mothers an extra gene for compassion. You know, the gene that allows you to understand or really even feel another person's pain and then respond appropriately in a way that honors the hurting. This is particularly true when the person in pain is your child. It can feel like the world doesn't give a rip how we feel most of the time, so to have a mother validate your struggle is amazing. Number 2, mom knows how to be present. You know that thing that people do when you talk to them and you just know that they aren't listening, as if the thing that they're thinking about has to be so much more important than what you're saying? Yeah, that. Moms are awesome at not doing that. To come home and be fully noticed does wonders for a child's or even a grown man's self-esteem. Number 3, mom knows what you need, sometimes even before you need it. Yes, feeding your belly is something that my mom is amazing at. I don't know how, for about a half a century, she's managed to make sure that there's always something delicious for our family to eat. But beyond food or anything physical, mom knows what we need emotionally. Number 4, mom knows God. I'm not sure how this one works, but perhaps since she knows the pain of creation, the transcendence of unconditional love, the hope of what might be, and the strength to carry us all up over any mountain, she is closer to God in character than the rest of us. I'm thankful that my mom has been my spiritual compadre through all these years, able to process and discuss things with me like nobody else. Some of you don't know your mother. Some of you grieve the loss of your mother. Some of you don't get along with your mother, and I'm sorry. I hope that somehow you're still able to experience some of the beautiful mother traits in another person, or even better, in God. But something tells me that if you would meet my mom, she'd hear your story, give you a big hug, and make sure you had a good meal. Ask for the tater tot hot dish. It fills in all the blanks. Happy Mother's Day. I love you, Mom.